great response to the preview of Bang Bang. We just saw
Yes.
Tu Meri. So the movie has been physically and emotionally trying for you, you know, because we heard about the injuries and those daredevil stunts. So you're on top of your game now because you recently tweeted saying, no more headaches, I feel good.
I feel good. Of course I feel good. Even when I don't feel good, I feel good. Because it's all in the mind. So there's a way to defy the mind, to defy all the stacking of negatives. We all have them. And this film actually served as a great example for me for the rest of my life, that, you know, I truly think I delved really, you know, dug really deep to find that parts of my brain and myself that could help me complete this film, because with all that was happening, it became quite impossible. You know, the mind tells you things, and then you defy it, and then you discover strengths that you never knew you had. So it's served as a fantastic experience in my life, and through that I think I can contribute to my children's lives someday, you know, teach them what strength is truly about. You know, you gotta saddle up and just move forward.
And children, we're seeing the Roshan boys bonding big time, you know, photographs here and photographs there. So enjoying the, you know, the boys are growing up fast, so enjoying the me time with the boys.
Dude, I'm just trying to like get in as much as I can because they are really growing up fast. They always do. And yeah, saying comes to mind. There's a saying which goes, by the time you realize that your father was right, you have a son who thinks you're wrong.
Oh, so that started.
It's just a circle of life. Not that they're, no, of course not, but it just came to mind, so I said it. But it actually implies so many realizations that you go through when you become a father. You know, it's like something, there's a veil that just, you know, the world actually literally gets unveiled, you know, through that unconditional love that you feel, and that bond that you feel, the responsibility and the innocence, you know, you just look into the eyes and you just believe in all things good in this world, and how crazy we get when we grow up.
And also they're more like friends now. I mean, they're growing up.
Yeah,
so
they're like friends, yeah. When they don't want to talk, they don't talk, you know. They're like friends. But yeah, spending time with them is truly a glorious event.
So now do you make a conscious effort to like wrap up work fast and like, you know, planning the next vacation and the outing with them?
I've not really had an occasion where I had to stop work to meet them. But well, it's just it just so happens that I manage my time really, really well. You know, I deserve this watch.
Yes, you do.
I manage the time really, really well. So I make time for everything. I think that's the mark of a truly successful man. Of course, it's an everyday practice, but it's not the riches, it's not the fame, it's not the success and the awards. It's how you manage your time that proves if you're successful or not.
True, and also recently a lot we had heard about, and people were disappointed about Shuddhi not working out. Are you disappointed that the movie didn't work out?
No, I'm not. It was a decision that the director took, actually. He couldn't wait for the few more months that I had to give to Bang Bang, and he wanted to opt out. He wanted to move on with another actor, and I said a dignified yes. You know, I understand what it is like to be in limbo. And that's when I gave my statement out that I want them to go on. I just made it easier for them.
So do you think Salman's well suited for the role? After you've read the script.
Salman, the role gets well suited to him. That's the power of the man, no? He'll make any role him, and then it works. It's fantastic.
Very true. And also was like Karan disappointed, and I mean no hard feelings, like, you know, not working in the film, and you know usually one feels bad like.
Well, I'm sure Karan and myself were disappointed in the fact that you know, it was not happening. So what can you do about it? A director is the visionary, true, right? True. You have to give him what he needs to create his vision. And if a day comes when he needs something else or someone else to fit into that vision, all you can do is respect the fact that he's being honest to himself and give him that way out.
And like your leading lady to be in the movie also said, the reason I was doing the movie was Kareena, because it was Hrithik. So disappointed, you guys haven't worked for a decade now.
Yeah, I'm not sure she was being completely specifically honest about that. I'm sure it was. Of course, it's the film, it's Karan Johar, it's Karan Malhotra, it is the script, it was all of that, and I may have been a little bit of a part in the desire to work in the film, but I think it was the entire package, of course. Yeah.
And also, I'm sure there would be, I mean, various other occasions. And also, are you doing a special appearance for Zoya? Because you are a must in Zoya's movies. And after Zindagi, Milegi, Dobara, you know, Dil Dhadakne Do, will we see?
Yeah, I mean, if Zoya wants me in the film, I'm just going to say yes. You know, I've given her a commitment for life that if she ever needs me, I'm going to be there. It doesn't matter what the role is.
And you are our superhero. I mean, no one can imagine Krish without you, but your dad said he's taking a break from the genre, but he'll always do
he needs to take a break, yeah. I mean, he's working with these characters. He's a director, right? He also needs to think and go beyond the boundaries and, you know, think afresh and, you know, explore around the spectrum. So he's been living with these characters since 2002. That's when Koi Milegi, you know, we started work on Koi Milegi. So it's been, what, more than 10 years. It's a decade of Krish. I think he needs to take a little bit of a, you know, meander a little bit, make something else.
But he doesn't want to make a movie with anyone else, because I asked him and he said only Hrithik. But now you're doing all these outside films. So what happens to the production house? I mean, are you guys taking a break from
just one film, I'm doing Mohenjo-daro, and after that, if my dad's script is ready, we shall roll with that.
And do you want to diversify into other areas? I mean, would you want to direct a movie or, you know, produce a film?
I would want to do a lot of things. We all want to do a lot of things. But before that comes the hours and hours of you know, trying to master that talent through which then you can contribute back. But that's going to take some time.
A lot of young kids on the block now, and you've been complimenting them, like, you know, young actresses very happy receiving a encouraging text from Hrithik Roshan. So who do you think is the most promising that you would want to work with? There's this Kirti, there's Pariniti, there is Alia. And
I'd want to make one film where I'm starring with all of them.
Ah, that's something that we would all look forward to.
I'm serious. I already have a subject in mind. So I'm going to
So you're going to make that movie?
I'm going to be in the movie, yeah.
Well, girls, you have a lot to look forward to. And amongst the boys, who do you think? Also, there are a lot of young heroes. Like Shah Rukh often says, I get very insecure each time I see a new star rising.
He's lying. But there is a lot of talent out there, which is so encouraging and so refreshing. I have enjoyed all the new films with all the new talents. And I think it's great when you know, you reach out and you compliment someone if you've enjoyed their work, and not if you've not enjoyed their work, because then it just lies.
True.
But if you have enjoyed something about what they're doing, I think it's necessary to motivate and to encourage people who have you know, have such a big long future in the industry that you are in, and you know, it's just gotta feel like one. I love doing that because I love when I receive that. So you will only receive if you give. So I give.
And you also keep yourself away from the negatives. And also it's an industry where there's insecurity, there's competition. Do you feel sometimes friendships and relationships are transient here because in the industry, or do you feel?
No, I don't think you can blame friendships. I don't think you can blame relationships. I don't think you can blame anything but the fact that you're not looking at it right. You know, it's all on it's about your perspective. 99.9% of us, we keep focusing on ourselves, and the moment you focus on yourself, your story is always going to be sad. That's how we are conditioned, you know, in this matrix of this world. The way the fabric is such that we have, you know, through our movies and through, it's all about wanting to be that story, wanting to be that hero. You know, it's my story. Look where I've come from, how much I have done, and how much I've gone through, and look what you're doing to me right now. It doesn't work like that. your focus should not be on yourself. I mean, of course, easier said than done, but most often when you're amidst a crisis or you know, some kind of a thing that is upsetting you, all you got to do is remove yourself from the equation and look at what the other person needs, and once you solve that problem, it'll get solved for you as well. So simple.
It's easier said than done. It's not
But
that
it's still simple.
Okay, I'll take his advice on that, and I'm going to work on that. If there was a biopic you were to do, who would you choose? Would you want to do a biopic?
I think I choose myself. I know my story the best, so.
And I'm sure somebody would be willing to make a biopic on you.
Well, a few more years to live, not few more years, a lot more years to live. And yeah, I just got to make sure that I don't have any more holes in the brain. But yeah, I got to experience a lot more, and I will, you know, maybe someday there'll truly be a reason to make a biopic on me.
And your fans have asked me on Bang Bang that what's the difference between Aryan and Rajveer? Aryan of Zindagi and Rajveer of Bang Bang.
Aryan of Dhoom, you mean?
Dhoom, sorry.
Yeah. Aryan of Dhoom and Rajveer. Let's see. At that point of time when I was doing Aryan, I didn't know how to be, you know, sexy, or I mean, I never saw myself as that. So there was a lot of prep that I had to, you know, put in. You know, watch a lot of things like what is being sexy, and most of the time we keep thinking it's about the exterior, it's about how you're carrying yourself, it's about, no, it's not that. Through that I learned that being sexy is truly about your character, you know, and if your character is strong, if your character is good, and there's a big difference between nice and good, you know. Being nice is kind of a weak space. Being good is you're doing the right thing and not pleasing people. So that is what sexy is, actually. It's your character. It's how you interpret your life experiences, how you interpret a situation, how you interpret a moment. Sure. That is what makes it sexy. It's you know, it's not self-obsessed, and that is again what is sexy. And well, Rajveer, I didn't prep for at all. So Rajveer happens to be me. I just went on set and I just said the lines like I say the lines. I would say the lines, and so Rajveer is entirely me. I've had zero amount of prep work for this film. How new does that sound? I love it.
But you look very comfortable doing all those daredevil stunts, skydiving, and this. I mean, you just look absolutely at home doing
Thank
that.
you.
And also, if you could turn back the clock again, we have come back to the watches, what would that one thing be? One thing you would want to change, if you could turn back the clock.
I don't waste time in thinking about wishes that are not possible. What I could do is to go ahead, not go backwards, but go ahead and create whatever I want to create to negate something that's in the past. That I could think of. But do I have something like that? We all do, and I think it's possible to create exactly the world that you want to live in, if you can just see it very clearly in your head and go towards achieving it.
And also your fans on Twitter. I mean, you, I think, are one star who has, I think, the hugest fan club I've ever seen, and they're extremely protective about you.
How sweet.
But
to all my fans, love you guys. Thank you.
And you prefer tweeting. Do you find the media intrusive? I mean, they encroach upon your personal space, they write stuff. Do you prefer communicating with people through the social media? I mean, what's your relationship with the media?
I don't think it's either or. The social media is very comfortable in a space where I want to say what I want to say. And the media, per se, is doing its job. The media has always...
You think they're intrusive and they just
media has
stuff.
always been blamed for intruding on the private lives, and sometimes yes, it's justified. Most of the time they're just doing their job, and if you want to be a boxer, you got to take some punches, right? If you want to be a superstar, you got to be okay with things. You got to be stronger than that. You got to be a giant. Nothing affects a giant.
And you're no less than one. So how would you define yourself as a brand?
Well, let me say it like this. Since we are here for Rado, it gives me immense joy to be the face of a brand that stands for the same values that I stand for. Uncompromising commitment to excellence. The ethos that they've built on, their philosophy matches mine to the hilt. When they started off, the line that everything trickled down from was this one, that if you can imagine it, you can build it. If you can build it, you will. That is just so affirming, it's such a self-affirmation that, if I can see it, I can do it. And that's exactly how I live my life. If I can see it in my head, I know it's possible, I know I can do it. It doesn't matter how difficult and how heartbreaking or how whatever, it just, you can do it if you can see it in your head.
And lastly, what convinces you to take up an endorsement? And I'm seeing you wear, do you wear the stuff that you endorse? Because
Well, it's very simple. I have to like and enjoy the product. If I don't enjoy the product, I should at least know that it's doing a great service to people who admire it, and through my endorsement, a lot of people will benefit. And the second thing is that I have to like the people who are behind it. I have to like what they stand for. I would like to, would want to know them enough to know that I would like to work with them. Simple as that.
Thank you very much, and more power to you, and all the very best for everything that you set out for.
Bang bang.
Bang bang.
3 thumbs for that. Bang bang bang.